What's up, everybody? Cameron Earl here, and today I am here with the Villainous Pieces ranking. I'm ranking the villain movies this time. Kind of actually stopped the last recording when I was in the middle of it, so I have to do it again. So, in last place is Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts, it's just, of course, it's symbolic enough, but it's just that I just don't find it as cool as the other pieces. The next piece I have is Lady Tremaine, and being that Lady Tremaine takes the number 5 spot on my favorites list, this is honestly like one of the most opposing spots on my list. She could have possibly been higher because of the color of her piece, but I just don't really care much for it. Next character I have on my least favorites piece list is Ursula. She has a vase-like appearance with like her hair bulb at the top and her tentacles down at the bottom, and that's very symbolic of Ursula. You know how it is. Next piece I have, which I thought was going to be lower on the list actually, is Gaston. It's just his torso and his arrows. I was really hoping they'd do something with deer antlers, like put it on the very top. They could have put deer antlers on the very top here. It's just I think Gaston's piece is really lazy, and they could have done a lot more with it, but it's cool enough as it is. Next character I have is Yzma. She's very slender and very tall. She's actually taller than the Horned King. And I know this is probably an unpopular opinion, putting her down this far on my list, but just, I don't care much for her piece. I mean, like, you got the feathers, you got the thing on top, and you got her extraordinarily slender build, but that's pretty much it. It's also extraordinarily bendy, which I heard a lot of people accidentally broke it because of that. Honestly, I don't know how, because the plastic is extraordinarily flexible. Okay, next piece I have is probably one that a lot of people have down at their least favorites, and that is Prince John. Steals from the poor and gives to himself. But actually, I do really like this piece. You have his collar at the bottom here. You have a diamond with a crown on it, and it's just, I like the piece. I really do like the piece. This is where we start getting into the pieces that I actually like, but that's Prince John's piece. I do like it. Next piece I have, which is one I thought was going to be lower on the list too, is actually Professor Ratigan. Now this piece to me was unique, because when it was just the first 3 sets, they kind of just stood up and were their own thing. Ratigan's piece was like super expanded out, and I'm like, whoa, that piece is really cool. But yeah, you got his tail supporting him there. I think that's a really cool idea. You got his hat and his cape, which is see-through, and I just really like Ratigan's piece. Ratigan's piece is awesome. Next character piece I have is Dr. Facilier's. He has a skull there. He has his, I call them butt flap tuxedos there. I don't know what they're actually called. He has the feather hanging off his hat there, and it's basically just his hat. That's literally all it is his hat. But I do like the piece, nevertheless. He has actually moved down from, like, I think my 10th spot or something like that, all the way down to the 18th. I don't like Dr. Facilier. Of course, in my new ranking, I didn't put Marvel Villainous in it. So he's my least favorite character in the game to play. Just sneak peeks at my ranking. When Marvel Villainous Mischief and Malice comes out and I play those characters enough to get them on the ranking, I'm going to rank all the characters based on my preferences. Next character we have is Mother Gothel, my favorite character out of the Disney Villainous to play as, just because of her strategy. But like, she got the golden flower on top. You see, when I heard that they were putting Mother Gothel in a set, before I actually saw the pictures, I was like, what would they make her piece look like? And before this red set even got leaked, I was like, what if they did put Mother Gothel in a set? What would they make Mother Gothel's what would they make her piece look like? I was like, well, you could have, like, I had absolutely no clues, and I think it's really neat that they decided to put the flower and the sash and the vase. Now, I said Ursula has a vase-like appearance, well, Mother Gothel has a vase appearance. Next character I have is the the Prince Abubu hater, Jafar. I think that's what he called him, Prince Abubu, or something like that. Can't really see him that much because of the lighting, but he's got like the snake head with the Sultan's hat on top. I think that's really cool. Basically, just a cobra with a Sultan hat on top, but I like the deep color. Not too good on my ranking, because he never was. My dad's film just went off. Next character I have on the ranking is Captain Hook. I love this piece. Captain Hook's piece is the bomb. I really like the hat feathers on top. I like the hat just in general. I like how they have basically his suit without him actually in it is what it is. And I really like the red that they used for it. Next card, next character I have is actually the Evil Queen. The Evil Queen takes this spot. I just like her build, how they made her piece look. See, I'm a really big fan of chess, and they made her piece is probably the closest looking to an actual chess piece. And by that, it looks like a chess piece. It looks like she's evil. Her design is very unique. They didn't do anything special for it. They just did her design, and it just looks awesome. The color they chose for it, I think they could have went with a deeper purple, a darker purple, but it works. Next character I have, no Marvel Villainous, you ask? Well, my least favorite piece in Marvel Villainous that I still really like is Taskmaster. He's basically just a skull, and if you turn his piece around, you can see his sword back here. He's got a shield down there, and they didn't put his bow and arrow on here, but yeah, it's basically just, it's cool. It's really cool. Next piece I have is one that I think people might put lower, or might even put higher, and that is Pete. Pete, I really like his piece. Black is my favorite color. I mean, it is. Yeah, you got his overalls there. You can't really see it, but you got his overalls there. You got his hat. You got his cat ears. Just overall around a great piece. Next piece I have is our next Marvel Villainous character, and that is Killmonger. Somebody just pulled him? Not too big of a fan of the color. My battery is on 5%, so I gotta hurry up. I'm not too big of a fan of the color that they used for Killmonger. But I like the horns, I like the mask, and I like the spear going down into the vase. I really like his design. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I gotta hurry up because my tablet's about to die. Next character I have is Cruella de Vil to finish off the red set. I don't think any of the other sets are actually finished off yet. Are there? Wow. I didn't expect Perfectly Wretched to have some of my... Well, they're far up, though, at least. Yeah, but I really like the coat appearance that they went for Cruella de Vil. My favorite part is when you look at it from the side, how you can see like the coat drip down, stuff like that. They also have the hair on top, and they have the fur splotches. I think that's a really cool detail to add in. When I saw her pictures, they were only pictures. You couldn't see much detail. I thought it was really lazy of a piece. And also, she has the title for being the first villain to go away from what color their board actually is. I think she's the only villain where their board goes away from the color that they are. Next character I have is Ultron. I like the sentry heads on the side, but it's just that his build is also more like a chess piece. I like the color, but, you know, it's just Ultron. Also, I feel like Ultron's piece is broken, because when I hear that, there's something inside of him that's broken, and it's like shaking around, and I really hope it's not actually broken, and that's just a detail. But I like Ultron's piece nevertheless. We're getting to my dad's favorite, well, not my dad's second favorite piece, Maleficent. Being one of my, actually pretty far down on my favorites list, I really do like the look of Maleficent's piece. I like the slender build with the spikes, and I like the dragon face with the horns. That's what it is. They even put eyes right here on her, onto one side. And the green is really cool too. Next piece I have that I like just a little more is actually Hela. They used, in my opinion, a better green for Hela, and I know this is an unpopular opinion amongst Marvel fans, but I actually always really liked the look of Hela's headset. I do like how they made it kind of like a statue. Just an all around cool piece. Next piece I have is Hades. This piece is just awesome. Hades' piece is great. I love the look of the Greek pillar. I love the fire on top, and I love the fire at the bottom. It's just an all-around great looking piece to me. And the blue that they use for him is my favorite blue. I love this shade of blue. This blue is awesome. Okay. Next character I have is Scar. Like the orange that they used, I like the mammoth tusks, I like the skull, I like the fire. I like everything about this piece. This piece is just great, including the color. Next piece I have is Thanos. I like how they put his helmet on this side, but the side that I like the most is actually the Infinity Stone side. I like how they put the gauntlet into this. I think it's really awesome how they incorporated the gauntlet into this piece. Now, for my final piece, I don't think... The reason I did this Villain Mover piece ranking now is because this piece astonished me by how much the new set just moved up in pieces with this character, even though the other ones I didn't care for much. But this one... The Horned King takes my #1 favorite Villain Mover. The cauldron and then the fire going up with the hands holding his skull and the horns. It is awesome. I see this piece as art. It is great. You can see the hands holding up his skull. You can see the hood. It's a hefty piece. It's just awesome. The only thing I would have done for the Horned King is engrave the cauldron's design on the front. But you know. That's a really hard design to carve on something that small. But anyways, that is the end of the video. This is my ranking. Queen of Hearts, Lady Tremaine, Ursula, Gaston, Yzma, Prince John, Ratigan, Dr. Facilier, Mother Gothel, Jafar, Captain Hook, Evil Queen, Taskmaster, Pete, Killmonger, Cruella de Vil, Ultron, Maleficent, Hela, Hades, Scar, Thanos, and Horned King. I gotta hurry up and put my tablet on charge. Hopefully I got all the pieces in that frame. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace!